Organ donation is a truly remarkable way to give someone a second chance at life. Most organ donations come from deceased donors, but living donations are also possible for some organs, like kidneys. It's incredible to think that one healthy person can give a part of themselves to someone in need and potentially save their life. Of course, it's not without risks. Donors who give up a kidney must follow certain restrictions to keep their remaining kidney healthy, and there are always potential complications with any surgery. But for many donors, the rewards outweigh the risks. However, not all donors end up feeling positive about their decision. Some donors who give organs to their partners may experience doubts or regret, especially if the relationship sours. Take the case of Dr. Richard Batista, who gave one of his kidneys to his wife to save her life. When their marriage fell apart, Dr. Batista was left feeling resentful and even sued his ex-wife for the return of the kidney. It just goes to show that even the most selfless acts can have unforeseen consequences. But for those who do choose to donate, they have the potential to make an immeasurable difference in someone else's life. The story of Dr. Richard Batista and his demand for the return of his kidney is one of those bizarre tales that leaves you scratching your head in disbelief. It all started when Dr. Batista decided to give his wife one of his kidneys to save her life. The transplant was successful and everything seemed to be going well until 2005 when Donnell filed for divorce. Dr. Batista was shocked and hurt by the news. But what really sent him over the edge was Donnell's accusations of infidelity and domestic abuse against him. In response, Dr. Batista came up with a rather unconventional solution. He demanded that she either return his kidney or pay him $1.5 million for its value. Now, I don't know about you, but this seems like a pretty extreme demand to me. I mean, sure, donating a kidney is a selfless act, but should you be able to demand it back if the relationship goes sour? It's not like the kidney was a gift that you can just return to the store. And besides, Donnell needed the kidney to live, so it's not like she could just give it back even if she wanted to. In the end, though, the court ruled against Dr. Batista's demand, stating that you can't put a price tag on a body part. And while it's easy to joke about the situation, I can't imagine how difficult it must have been for both parties involved. So let this be a lesson to all of us. If you're going to give someone a kidney, make sure you're in it for the long haul. The case of Samantha Lamb is another example of the complications that can arise from organ donation in the context of a relationship. Samantha Lamb, a British woman, donated one of her kidneys to her husband, Andy Lamb, in 2009. However, their marriage began to deteriorate soon after the surgery, and they separated in 2012. In 2014, Samantha asked for her kidney back from her husband, claiming that he had cheated on her and was not worthy of her gift. The case garnered media attention, with some sympathizing with Samantha's request while others criticized it as impractical and unethical. Similar to Dr. Batista's case, legal experts pointed out that it is not possible to return an organ once it has been transplanted, and that asking for compensation or the return of an organ in a divorce is not legally feasible. The Lamb case also sparked a wider discussion on the emotional and psychological impact of living organ donation. Donating an organ is a significant and life-changing decision that can have long-lasting effects on both the donor and recipient, especially in the context of a personal relationship. It is important for potential donors to carefully consider the physical and emotional risks and implications of organ donation before making a decision, and to ensure that they fully understand the legal and ethical issues surrounding organ transplantation. Overall, the cases of Dr. Batista and Samantha Lamb highlight the complexities of organ donation in the context of personal relationships, and the need for greater awareness and education on the legal, ethical, and emotional implications of living organ donation. More recently, a woman named Colleen Lee shared online about how she gave a kidney to her boyfriend. He went on to cheat on her and break up with her. Lee never attempted to regain ownership of the kidney through legal means. Well, folks, it looks like there's no legal way to get your kidney back from an ungrateful ex. But the real moral of these stories is that organ donation is a serious commitment and not one to be taken lightly. When you give someone an organ, you're giving them a second chance at life, and that's something that should never be taken for granted. So if you're ever in a situation where someone needs your help, don't hesitate to step up and be a donor. And to all the cheaters out there, remember that karma has a funny way of catching up to you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting insights.